Leo, how are you guys doing? I really hope that this video finds you well. Welcome to your weekly reading. Back with me again, Anisa from the Stereo. For those of you who are new to my channel, hello. And for those of you who have been here a long time, welcome back. So we're going to be doing a pick card reading by the end of the session. Don't forget to check your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. Me personally, I realized that with my readings and all general readings out there that I resonate a lot more with my Venus sign rather than my rising, moon sign, or what have you. So you might want to check that one out too. And don't forget to check, and also this is a general reading, so the rules might get reversed, all right? Very interesting. So in your overall energy for the now, you have the Emperor card, you have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, and you also have the Page of Wands in reverse. So there's like a lot of fire going on in here. And it's not surprising because you guys are a fire sign, right? But it's just, it seems to me as if like, you know, you try to be a bigger person, you try to kind of like see it on a bigger perspective, and you try to take a leadership positions. You're like, okay, this is our relationship and this is a problem. So what is it that we're going to be doing about it? So you're kind of like in a mood to talk to your partner about it. However, I think throughout times your partner have kind of like tested your boundaries from time to time, and then yeah, just be careful that you're gonna snap, because like right now you're much more in the Emperor. You kind of like, even though you're still wanting to compromise or you're still wanting to work together with this person or collaborate, but you kind of like want to have your say in it. So you're much more like the Emperor kind of energy. Careful of kind of like snapping out or like lashing out at people, all right? And then your overall challenge, you have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and you also have the Queen of Pentacles. So you might be dealing with an earth sign, a fire sign, or an Aries. But like in this relationship, what's the problem in this relationship is one person is not putting much effort, much consistency, and much persistency into this relationship. So that kind of like leaves you questioning how trustworthy they are, how reliable they are, how much can you trust them, how much can you trust their words, how much can you trust their promises, and what have you. King of Swords, so you might be dealing with an air sign too, fire. King of Wands. There's a very, very masculine energy in here. So regardless of the gender, you know, whoever it is that you're dealing with, especially if you guys are dealing with one person, you're dealing with somebody who is extremely, extremely masculine. And you know what the problem is that you guys are masculine as well, right? A healthy relationship dynamic is like it's a fluid one. So when one partner is like a masculine, you know, the other partner is taking the feminine role, and then when the other person is masculine, the other person is like a feminine role. So it's like giving and receiving, you know, that type of thing. You feel that you guys have, you know what, I have to be honest with you, I feel that in the past you were dealing with somebody who kind of like undermines you a little bit, because they were the king and you were the knight. So and although you mean well with the Knight of Pentacles in here, because Knight of Pentacles symbolizes Mars and Virgo, and Mars and Virgo is all about active services, trying to be, you know, loyal and devoted as much as you could, trying to be as trustworthy as you could, and everything like that. But that's not really what your partner is looking for, because whatever it is that they're looking for is that they're like the King of Swords, so they want to have like an intellectual, mental stimulations and mentors and what have you. I mean, the sex is bomb, the attraction is bomb, you know, and everything like that. But in terms of wanting to give something to you, I feel that your partner kind of like doesn't want to do it in the past. It's a very, very passionate one. And it's like talking to you or being known, talking to you in their community or within their friend circle. It kind of like gives them a sense of proud, like, wow, I'm dating a Leo, wow, I'm with a Leo, you know, something like that. So the attraction is crazy. Even the sex life is a bomb, but they're not where you're at. Yeah, I would say manage your expectations just a little bit, Leo. Because you're dealing with somebody who takes ages to open up, who takes ages to like, yeah, I think I want to do something for Leo, or I want to be committed to Leo, I want to be devoted to Leo, and I'm going to give my all to Leo. They take quite some time to kind of like weighing the pros and cons and what have you. For some of you though, I kind of like see you're dealing with somebody, especially if you're not in a relationship yet, you might be dealing with somebody who is juggling you with other people. So if that is the case, I would really, really say that you would have to manage your expectations, because you're starting to get in your feels here with the Ace of Cups. You're starting to get into your feels when you're not even a priority, when they are not decided yet. It means 5 cards in the future and good instead of fun. Oh, how the tables will turn. How the tables will turn. Because right now you guys are open, right, for emotional talks. You guys are open emotionally. I feel that you're already into this person emotionally very, very much, and they're kind of like still like the Two of Pentacles thing, and they're kind of like still very, very flaky with the Ace of Wands in reverse in here. Ace of Wands in reverse sometimes for me indicates like a stunted growth, something that has a potential, but then, you know, due to certain things, it then stunted, or it could be a hottest beginning with the coldest ending type of scenarios. And I feel that it's gonna be easy for you to switch just like that within this week, you know, with you having this energy of the Ace of Cups who you kind of like want to share your cups of love with. You feel very, very good in here too. When they disappointed you, you're like, yep, bye-bye. I don't feel that you're not giving them any type of clarity or closure any longer, because I feel that you guys are pretty impatient when it comes to that. I think I've talked to that in the beginning. So one more time they mess it up, like you have no problem at all of just like, shh, even without a word. I think in the past you kind of like kept on giving them lifeline after lifeline after lifeline, and they thought that the lifeline is going to be there forever, but it's not there forever because you're losing your patience. So what I can see is that when you, you know, just kind of like leave it at that, detach yourself away from the situations because of how disappointed you guys are, and because you're trying to create your boundaries, is then the time when this person is starting to want. Sorry guys, I'm really sorry. I don't know what's wrong with my camera. It's keep on shutting off every once in a while. It's driving me crazy. It's been happening this month. So sorry about that. But what I was trying to say is that, so when you guys are fleeing, this person is then going to think, oh no, like my lifeline is over. Leo is not going to be putting up with much of my things any longer, so I need to get my things together. And they're going to try to man up. They're going to try to be much more responsible in this relationship. They're going to try to be, you know, more consistent, persistence, and putting in the effort so that you could trust them again. However, I feel that in the future, you guys kind of like, you're like Elsa from Frozen, you know what I mean? I feel that you became not so emotional. You don't care much about it. I think that you guys are becoming much of a source person, so you like to think things through. You don't want to mix your head with your heart. So you're receiving of it, you're receptive of their effort, but it's not that you guys are going to make decisions about it right away. And I can actually see you guys protesting about something. So when they're starting mending up and everything like that, you guys are going to be asking questions about them, like why now, why here, what happened in the past when I was like this and you didn't kind of like do that. So you guys are going to be doing that, and they're going to sense that you're detaching yourself and not really thinking about this relationship much longer. And Yeah, I kind of like see them ending up, as you can see here. Your lack of clarity, you detaching yourself from the situations kind of like make them feel like this. In a sorts, they feel that they need to repair the situations by providing you with the Ten of Pentacles. So not only we're talking about collective happiness, but we're also talking about, the steps that it takes for you guys to reach the future together with them. But when they're in this stage, you guys just don't wanna, you just want to protest, and then so that you can have your peace of mind. All right, so that is it. If you guys are dealing with one person, I'm going to be putting a timestamp right over here to when the pick a card reading starts, because it's a general reading, so it's not a one size fit all. So now we're going to move on to the two people scenarios, meaning that if you guys are dealing with one person, your reading ends a few seconds ago, and this is for people who are dealing with two people. So I need to keep on checking the monitors. Okay, so person A is somebody who you've had like a lot of unwavering devotions and loyalty towards, no matter how much time you try to prove them that you've always been there for them. You keep on doing like a lot of active services for them. I think it's not enough for them because they're like the King of Swords. For me personally, I think that person A kind of like undermines you somewhat. It's going to shut off again. Told you it will. But anyway, this person likes to undermine you somewhat. And it's you probably feel that this person is like ungrateful and unthankful for all the things that you have done. In the now, you're still very much emotional about this person, but this person doesn't prioritize you, Leo. They just don't. They're not decisive about what to do with you. They're not even in their feels as of yet. This person undermines you badly. But I think things will change because you're going to voice up your opinion. I think in the future there's going to be a time where you have had it with this uncertainty that is going on between you and person A, and you're going to be voicing out. You're going to be either lashing out or voicing out, but you're going to say something about it. And I feel that, well, because they have no other choice. I mean, they want you, but it's just that they're like a little bit hesitant of approaching the situations altogether. And I can actually see this person kind of like finally own their things together and man up towards you. And person B is somebody who you've had like an amazing attraction with. This person, for you, this person is very, very attractive. They're very, very hot. And even when you go on a date together, when you're holding hands, when you're kissing, you're making out, or you're having sex, it was very, very bomb. It was very, very passionate. It kind of like makes you feel having like that butterfly feelings in the stomach, kind of like giddy giddy, because the flirtation is very good. You just kind of like that attraction is very good. So in the now, there's been a stunted growth with person B. It's either they're flaky, it's either they're consistent, or it kind of like fizzle out, the fire fizzle out, because it's fire thing. It's a fire energy. Fire needs air to keep it alive, right? It needs something. So it fizzled out just a little bit. And with this person, I feel that it's kind of like a little bit of an unfinished business between the both of you. They're not giving any type of clarity. You're not giving them any type of clarity or closure or what have you. This person is going to overthink about what is going on in the future, in which I think you don't care. They're gonna be overthinking it, like, why is it, what did I do to Leo? So I mean, I think they know what they done to Leo, but it's just that they just don't want to own up to it. So yeah, they're going to be the situations, and they're going to be asking themselves like, what should I do about Leo? Should I reach out to Leo, or should I not reach out to Leo? Do they still care about me? So they're going to be busying their mind with that type of thoughts, and without them knowing, it's kind of like leading them to the path of mental entrapment. All right. So I think that is it for you guys who are dealing with two people. Now let's move on to the pick a card reading. All right. So I have 4 piles of cards with me now. This is pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Please, as much as you can, just try to pick only 1 piles of card. And I'm going to give you 20 seconds of silence so that you guys could concentrate. All right. All right, so for those of you who chose pile number 1, you have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, you have the 8 of Cups, you have the 3 of Wands, and then you also have the 10 of Pentacles. So I feel that you've been dealing with somebody who kind of like can't keep their promises together. So there's like a lack of consistencies and persistence in this relationship. You've been hopeful that this person is going to change. You've been hopeful that the situation is going to change over and over again. You might be dealing with this person for like 8 months, or you started getting to know them in the month of 8, or maybe 8 weeks, but the number 8 is very, very significant. So because you're tired of expecting them to kind of like not mess up again, not break their promise again, not disappoint you again, I feel that you guys are going to want to walk away from this entirely, because you feel that it's no longer emotionally fulfilling you. In the future, this person is then going to try to do something about it. They're trying to conjure some of their magics, maybe try to get, try to get you to kind of like be interested in them again, or try to get you to listen to them again. But again, it's once, right? It's something that we feel in the heat of the moment. Or they're going to be delivering their promises again, but then it lacks the delivering. Because again, it's once. I mean, there's nothing with fire, like as I'm a Sagittarius myself, but like for me, sometimes once is like something that we do in the heat of the moment. It's a very, very at that time kind of feeling, and then I say it out loud that this is what I'm going to do, but there is no promise of delivering it in the future. So the idea is here, advice is here, Leo, just kind of like walk away. You can't make a person who they're supposed to be. It's outside of your control. You can't fall in love with the hopes and dreams. You can only fall in love with the reality, and then the reality is the person that you're dealing with keep on disappointing you, and that's it. All right, so now let's move on to those of you who chose pile number 2. You have the 10 of Wands, you have the Wheel of Fortune, you have the King of Pentacles, and then you have the 5 of Wands. So you might be dealing with a North sign here, or a Sagittarius and Pisces. However, you're dealing with somebody who are very, very pragmatic and traditional. They don't really like to have like a lot of changes in their life. Changes freaks them out. It's the type of person who, like, let's just say, for instance, you guys are interested in astrology, or you guys are interested in tarot, and this person is like, nah, I think that's stupid, because they're like a little bit narrow-minded, and they kind of like to focus on the things that they're good at, instead of having the knowledge of knowing everything. So they feel that you are a little bit moody and unpredictable, because your interest changes over time, your mood changes over time, and your emotions changes over time. This person means well to you. They kind of like, if you were to ask them, like, who do you see settling down with? Who do you see that you're going to build something, in the future together with? They've already made a decision that they want to be committed to you. So I think a compromise is due here. Leo, where you really need to tell them that you need to respect your personality, and then you also compromise with them by, okay, what is it that you want? I will try to compromise with you too, so you meet them both halfway, because they mean well here. They mean well. Now let's move on to those of you who chose pile number 3. So you have the 6 of Pentacles, you have the Strength card, you have the 4 of Cups, and then you have the 7 of Pentacles. So I think in the beginning, this person was like extremely generous in giving to you, giving you like tons and tons of attentions and everything like that, putting you into a whirlwind of emotions, where you feel like, whoa, this person's attention is overwhelming me and everything like that, But then you're starting to realize that this person is not opening up to you emotionally. So everything that they do was like much more of a facade. So it's like giving, but not really taking it in. They were not really being receptive towards you. The advice here is to kind of like, I mean, you've done your investment. You can't change a person's heart. They did that to you, and the reason when they were like giving you a lot of attentions at the beginning, being generous with you, it was because to get you attracted to them. It's kind of like selfish, to be honest with you, Leo, because they were leading you on, while themselves, they were not ready to be emotionally available to anybody, not just you. Turn your backs. You've done your investment. There's so much things better in the horizon. There's people out there who is not going to lead you on just like they did. This person is kind of like a depressed person. You know, if you get to know them very, very deeply on the inside, they are very, very pessimistic and an over worrier and overthinker. Yeah, just kind of like take your minds off of that place for a while, all right? So now let's move on to those of you who chose pile number 4. So you have the Six of Swords, you have the Page of Pentacles, you have the Lover's card, and you also have the Two of Wands. So you had a runner, right? Somebody who kind of like be a little bit detached or cold, or maybe like disappearing altogether, and then you kind of like were confused, like what should I do about it? Should I reach out to them or should I not reach out to them? Should I go or should I stay, and everything like that. Wait, yeah, I need to clarify this one first. The thing is that I feel that this is much more like a twin flame type of connection, where your their attraction towards you kind of like introduces them to the side of them that they never known before, and it kind of like opened up the old ones. It kind of like opened up their fears. It's still going to be on a standstill here, Leo, for those of you who chose pile number 4. It's still very much going to be on a standstill. This person might throw you hints here and there, but you're observing them, they're observing you. They feel that this is such a strong connection, you know. They're also wondering to themselves, like, why? What is it about Leo that gets me like this? You know what I mean? But I think it's still going to be a standstill where you're watching them and they're also watching you. All right, so I think that is it for my reading for you, Leo. I hope that you find tons and tons of clarity that you've been looking for, and I really do hope that you have a great, great week ahead, all right? Bye-bye, guys. Have a great day. I love you.
La